you're a website owner or a business person who relies on organic traffic or is thinking of relying on organic traffic to grow their business and traffic to their websites, you should be watching this video. As you already know, the age of AI is here, and every single product and software company is incorporating AI into their products to enhance their offering. And Google is not far behind. They've recently introduced a new experience in their search results, which they are calling SGE. And SGE stands for Search Generative Experience. Basically, what Google is saying that SGE or Search Generative Experience will use AI to summarize users' questions and answer them directly in the search results without the user having to go on any website. And these AI generated results will be presented on top of the search results. So before any website can make their way into the search results, Google will answer all these questions based on AI. And if you're unsure about the impact this will have on organic results, then this quote put it elegantly. Google SGE is the most controversial and anxiety-provoking change in search. With so much changing week by week, businesses relying on organic search must carefully monitor SGE's evolution. So if you're a little concerned with the advent of SGE coming in the search results and AI pushing basic organic rankings out of search, then you are completely right. You should be a little concerned, but you should also be watching this video and implementing the 7 things I'm going to be telling in this video, which can help prevent those changes and prevent losing traffic to AI. The first thing you should be doing on your website is building topical authority. Now, you might be in a specific niche like blog writing, SEO, web design, roofing, pool cleaning, or any of these services. And it's very likely that you are writing blog content to build some authority and generate traffic to your site. Now, if you're already doing so, then focusing on topical authority will put you much ahead of the competition and hopefully prevent you from losing traffic to AI. Now, this strategy is quite simple. If you're writing content, don't pick random topics to write content about. Instead, pick a really big evergreen topic, write a detailed, comprehensive blog post about it, and cover all the subtopics surrounding it, and then properly interlink them to create a silo on your website. Just to give you an example, if you go to WP Beginner's keyword generator tool, this keyword generator tool gives you topic ideas based on subtopics as well. So you can go to the tool, do some keyword research, find some broad topics and all the subtopics around it, and then create the pillar content, create the content for all the subtopics, and then properly link them together to create authority on your site or topical authority on your site. You can also use All-in-One SEO's link management tool to find internal linking opportunities and analyze how you are linking internally to all your blog posts to optimize your linking strategy and creating the right topical authority on your site based on these internal linking strategies. The next thing you should be doing on your website is to demonstrate thought leadership and share personal experiences as well. With tools like ChatGPT and other writing tools available, a lot of website owners are doing just this, going to these tools, generating content and posting it on your website. But they're missing out on huge opportunities to actually connect with their audience. If you've been watching our channel for some time, you might have seen that when I make videos personally, I share what we are doing as a company to grow, but also share my personal experiences and how I'm using some of the tools that I demonstrate to actually perform some of the tasks that I'm showing you inside those videos. And that is me sharing my personal experience so that you can understand that this is not generic advice. This is personalized advice from someone who's been there and who's done that. And that is exactly what you should be doing on your website. Instead of just sharing generic advice on how to do things, share your thought leadership on how you've done this, and maybe that is the right approach. And also put in your personal experiences so that the users and viewers can actually connect with you and understand that they're actually listening to or reading the content that's actually written by a human, because you can only connect with humans, not robots. And that does not mean that you should be completely avoiding AI. You can use AI for basic research work, for generating outlines, and even writing generic content, but you should always edit it and add your personal experience so that viewers can actually connect with you when they're reading whatever your content you're producing. The next thing you should be doing on your website is optimizing your content for EEAT. What is EEAT? Let me explain. EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And whenever you're creating content, you should think about how you can add these elements to your content so that you can optimize your content for EEAT, which are metrics that Google understands and looks for in any piece of content to understand that if they should be using that content to display answers in the search results. And we assume that Google will also look at the same metrics to understand if that is the piece of content they should be using to feed into their AI models, which will then create the summaries or answers for users. And with that, you completely understand the picture, right? Now, discussing EAT or how to optimize for Google EEAT is a little complicated and I'd say not the scope of this video. So what I'm going to do is link an article down in the description of this video where we have covered about what is Google EAT and how to optimize your content for Google EAT. I suggest that you read the content, and of course, if you have any questions and if you want us to make videos about it, just leave a comment and we'll just consider it and make future videos about it. The next thing you should be doing on your website is to optimize your website for crawling. Now, crawling is the process where search engines or search engine bots come to your website and they analyze your website and see what content you have published on your website. Now, if you want AI to use your content as a reference material to generate answers and hopefully get links in the process, so you should be optimizing your content for crawlers so that crawlers have no issues when they come to your website, and hopefully they'll use your content to generate AI summaries in the search results. Now, to check if your website has any crawlability issues, there are many tools on the market which almost every tool will report if your website has any crawl issues. But the easiest way to do is using the free version of AI SEO, which is called AI SEO Lite. It includes a free SEO analyzer, which when you open directly on your WordPress website, it'll analyze your website for basic SEO errors, crawl issues, and other errors. So instead of relying on some other tools paying for it, you can just use AI SEO Lite directly on your website and have all the crawling issues and other SEO issues reported directly on your WordPress website, and you can directly start fixing those issues without having to go to other websites. It's easy. It's linked down in the description of this video if you want to check it out. The next thing you should be doing on your website is to write your content in form of questions and answers. It's our observation that when users ask questions in the search results, Google is more likely to use AI to summarize the answers because a question is easy to answer, but maybe a subjective question, not so much. So if you're mirroring the way users are actually asking questions, Google has a much more likely chance to actually see your content as being the correct piece of content they should be using to summarize or use in their summary, AI generated summary, in the search results. And this is a win-win situation for Google, the user, and you as well. Because if they use the content from your website as a summary, they're more likely to show your website as a reference just below the AI generated snippet. And if the user lands on your site, they can discover all the other questions that they have and get their answers directly on the website. So you're helping the user find the right questions or right answers to the questions, you're helping Google as well, and you're helping yourself as well. So definitely implement this strategy. And the easiest way to implement this strategy is by using WP Beginner's keyword research tool. It has a complete section just for questions and answers. So when you do any kind of keyword research using WP Beginner's keyword research tool, you can just head to the question and answer section and you'll find all the questions that users look for a particular topic. And then by implementing all those or answering all those questions in the form of questions and answers in your content, you're increasing the chances that Google will take a look at your content and use it for the AI summary that it generates. And if you want to take this even further, you can start implementing FAQ schemas directly in your blog post, which will also help you rank higher in other areas of Google search, like people also ask or questions people ask. And just having more additional schema or a structured data on your website just helps Google understand the content of your website even better. So definitely implement that as well. And by the way, All-in-One SEO already helps you implement that with FAQ blocks. It's very easy. Just use it. The next thing to implement on your website is target long-tail search and long-tail queries. Now, you might not realize it, but approximately 15% of Google queries or Google searches are completely new every day to Google search. So people are searching in a variety of different ways. So if you're just targeting small queries, then you're missing out a lot of action. And just to give you a contextual example, if a seasoned professional like you and me might be searching in Google, I might search for best gift for photographers. That is the query I would use. But a general user might ask the same question in a different way. This is how they might phrase the question. What are some photography related gifts I can give to my boyfriend this Christmas? And this is an example of a long tail query. By answering questions like these or by understanding the different intents of user by doing the right keyword research, you'll have a better understanding of when users make a query, how they make the query, what are the surrounding questions they have around the query, and you'll be able to answer all those queries in your content that you create, which means you'll have a higher likelihood of being ranked in the search results. The next thing you should be doing is to focus on your brand's reputation. Now, obviously, when Google uses AI-generated summaries to answer users' questions, they're going to be looking at reputed websites instead of any generic websites. So if your website has a good reputation, then Google has a higher chances of using your website's material or content to generate the AI-generated summary in the search results. So obviously, you should be focusing on increasing your brand's reputation. And all the other things I mentioned in this video will help your brand's reputation, obviously. But you should be taking specific steps to increase your brand reputation in the eyes of Google and also in the eyes of the visitor. For Google, you can start by acquiring links from reputable websites because links is the primary way Google understands authority. For visitors, what you can do is start posting on social media, be active on social media, answer queries on social media, and of course, share any kind of social proof on your website. If you have great testimonials, great reviews shared anywhere else on the internet, make sure to post them on your website. Be active on social media where your users are and where they're asking questions. For example, Google uses a lot of content from Reddit to generate AI-generated summaries. So if your brand is active on Reddit or have a subreddit and you're answering questions regularly, you have a higher likelihood of being used as a website or source material in the search results. And a happy side effect of that will be that you'll be present in the eyes of your customers and you'll have a better reputation in their eyes as well. And those are the 7 things I'd recommend you to start doing today to not only survive but thrive in the AI era. What steps are you taking to ensure that your website survives and thrives in the AI era? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, share it with someone. And of course, if you have any questions, leave that in the comments as well. You're watching Yuvraj from Double Beginner, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.